was fingolimod versus interferon beta 1A in pediatric multiple sclerosis. Definition: multiple sclerosis is a result of an inflammatory and demyelination process of the action shield of the central nervous system, with manifestation with focal, motor, sensory, cognitive alteration.
Pediatric onset multiple sclerosis accounts for 3 to 5% of cases of multiple sclerosis and is mostly characterized by a relapsing remitting pattern. Fingolimod is an oral sphingosine 1-phosphate receptor modulator used for relapsing forms of multiple sclerosis in adults. Trials in adults showed that fingolimod once daily significantly reduced progression of disability in relapsing remitting multiple sclerosis as compared with placebo. This randomized double-blind trial compared fingolimod with intramuscular interferon beta, the current standard of care in pediatric patients with multiple sclerosis. 215 patients between the ages of 10 and 17 were randomly assigned to oral fingolimod once daily or to intramuscular interferon beta once weekly for up to 24 months. At up to 24 months, the average number of relapses per year and the average rate of new or newly enlarged T2-weighted MRI lesions per year demonstrated statistically significant differences between the fingolimod group and the interferon beta group, favoring fingolimod. 18 patients in the fingolimod group and 7 in the interferon beta group had at least one serious adverse event, with 6 patients in the fingolimod group and 1 in the interferon beta group had convulsions. This trial demonstrated the superior efficacy of fingolimod over interferon beta in reducing relapses in pediatric multiple sclerosis. However, more patients had serious adverse events with fingolimod. Full trial results are available at any.
Application is nursing. Today, pediatric multiple sclerosis is well recognized through the effort of the International Pediatric Multiple Sclerosis Studies Group.
Hola a todos y a todas, ¿qué tal estáis? Espero que muy bien. Hoy os voy a hablar de los tratamientos que he llevado hasta hoy. El primer tratamiento con el que empecé fue Reviv 22, que es el gran conocido para cualquier principiante. Empecé muy bien, las primeras 2 dosis me dio algo de fiebre, lo normal, pero a medida que avanzaba estaba siempre constipada, muy cansada y vamos, es que no salía ni a la puerta de la calle. Todo ello no hubiese sido un problema neurológicamente hablando si no hubiesen dado brote. Creo que en un año tuve como 5 brotes y me lo retiraron. Ahí es cuando entró en mi vida Reviv 44, que podría resumirlo en de Guatemala a Guatepeor, como si me inyectara agua, así. Yo sé de gente que le funciona muy bien el Reviv, no quiere decir que porque a mí me haya funcionado fatal, le vaya a funcionar a otro mal. Ahí es cuando entró en mi vida fingolimod, que haré un vídeo específico explicando todo lo que me pasó desde que empecé hasta que acabé, porque fue una historia, vamos, de amor-odio. Fue un tratamiento inmejorable. Era una pastilla que me tomaba todos los días por la mañana y me cambió psicológicamente hablando, me cambió físicamente, me cambió. Hacer todos los días algo, a querer salir todos los días de casa. Bueno, fue el mejor tratamiento sin lugar a dudas.
Pros and cons. Interferon beta 1A was associated with a higher rate of serious adverse events than fingolimod. For this reason, longer studies are required to determine the durability and safety of fingolimod in pediatric multiple sclerosis.
Gets lunch. I'm going to just jump in, Sandy, unless you want to do it, and introduce Jim Bowen from the University of Washington, who's here to tell us about multiple sclerosis.
Well, even though Seattle's a rainy city, it has rained only one day since June. And I'm getting kind of dried out, so I'd like to thank the conference organizers for greeting me with that huge downpour at the airport last night. I'm fully hydrated, and my dry sense of humor is a little less dry now. Well, I'm supposed to cover all of multiple sclerosis. I have hundreds of slides and many hours of lectures, but people are already shaking their head no. So I thought I better cut it down to just a few important points. So I tried to limit it and just talk about some of the new things in the field. One of them is how to diagnose it, also using that, how to determine what the risk of going on to get MS is after the initial presentation, some new data indicating why we should recognize this as early as possible and start treating it, and then finally some of the recent pathology developments. So first, the diagnosis. The diagnosis hinges on the multiple part of multiple sclerosis. You need multiple areas in space within the nervous system and multiple in time. The old criteria were the Poser criteria and were developed in the 70s. And you've
Use of bleeds in Ecuador. In the first randomized trial conducted by pediatric, multiple sclerosis showing that fingolimod is superior to interferon beta 1A in reducing relapse rate and accumulation of lesions on over a 2 years period. Conclusion. Importantly, we should not overlook that this study also provides robust evidence of interferon beta 1A. Fingolimod and interferon beta 1A is effective in managing children with multiple sclerosis.
Interferon beta 1A is a prescription medication that is used to treat multiple sclerosis. Interferon beta 1A belongs to a group of drugs called immunomodulators, which are thought to help limit the destruction of the protective myelin coating of nerve fibers. Interferon beta 1A comes in injectable form to be given into the muscle once a week. Common side effects include headache, flu-like symptoms, and fever. Take this medication only as directed. For more information, download the RxWiki mobile app.